Hello, my name is Derek Olson. I am the parish administrator for Memorial Episcopal Church Bolton Hill here in Baltimore. I'd like to reflect a little bit on today's gospel reading from John 7. So, one of the ways that John's gospel is different from the others is that he shows us how the crowds and the Jewish leaders are understanding and interpreting the words of Jesus. Indeed, John's gospel has a fair amount of irony in it, because we, as readers, have advanced knowledge that the characters inside the gospel don't. So in today's reading, Jesus produces a set of what sound like, to us, fairly straightforward sentences. Then Jesus cried out as he was teaching in the temple, "You know me, and you know where I am from. I have not come on my own, but the one who sent me is true, and you do not know him. I know him because I am from him, and he sent me." Then they tried to arrest him, but no one laid hands on him because his hour had not yet come. Yet many in the crowd believed him and were saying, "When the Messiah comes, will he do more signs than this man has done?" And also, Jesus then said, "I will be with you a little while longer, and then I am going to him who sent me. You will search for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come." The Jews said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we will not find him? Does he intend to go to the dispersion among the Greeks and teach the Greeks? What does he mean by saying, 'You will search for me and you will not find me, and where I am you cannot come'?" While these words of Jesus seem very plain and clear, we know how to interpret them because we know both the beginning and the end of the story. For those caught in the middle of it, it's just not that easy. What it does is to remind me that's where we are right now. We're still right in the middle of the story of what God is up to in the year 2020. We don't always have a clear picture of what's come before or what will come after. If people can stand there and listen to Jesus and still get him wrong, how much easier is it for us to misinterpret what we hear God saying today? So, what I take away from this story are two things. First, the importance of humility. I can be quite sure that I know what God is saying to me, like the folks in the story. But, just like them, I could be totally off base regarding what God is actually up to. And so having some humility regarding our own spiritual correctness is always a good thing. Second, what this story reminds me is that we actually do our best spiritual thinking together. Discernment is the fancy term for figuring out what God is up to, and I'm convinced that it's a community virtue. We hear God best when we check what we're hearing with one another, when we search the scriptures, pray, but also listen sincerely to how other people are experiencing God in their lives. It's from honest listening together that we best hear God's purposes, and then put them into action.